What's going on, guys? Mr. Golden Sports, and today is part 2 of losing my virginity. So I went ahead and just found this old gameplay that we'll just go ahead and throw up here. I have the Cleveland Browns going against the Dallas Cowboys, but this commentary, of course, isn't about the gameplay. It's more about the commentary. And I know the 4 or 5 people who are waiting for this are very excited. I don't know how many people were really interested after part 1 and listening to part 2, but for the 4 or 5 of you that were, okay, here it is. So we left off at last part where we were in the club and everybody was dancing except me. It's kind of wall hugging, and black girl approaches me and kind of like calls me over with her finger about like midway when she's about like, I want to say from where I was, she was like halfway there, like coming towards me. So I, of course, as shy as I am, I literally, I looked behind me because I figured, okay, I'm about to step to the side and let her get to whoever it was that she's trying to get to. So I look behind me, and I know she kind of points at me, and she comes up to me, and she just kind of, put her hands like around my neck and just kind of starts grinding, dancing up on me. And she starts touching my genitalia area. And at this time, besides myself, my balls have never been touched at that point. And I was I was shocked. I was nervous. And I was like, wow, that feels good. I'm not going to lie. I was like, wow. So, we danced for maybe like a song and a half. But I could smell that she was a little juiced. I mean, she was a little drunk. She definitely had couple drinks in her, and I could tell at that point. So right then and there, I'm like, damn, man, I don't know if she finds me attractive because maybe she's been drinking, or maybe she just finds me attractive. I have no idea, but it happens pretty early on with the night. After we had danced, she kind of left with her girlfriends, and I mean, she was still at the club, but she had left my area, and it was about an hour before the club had ended. So I had like an hour, and I hadn't seen her. But my boy, my manager who had took me, seen everything that was going on. He's like, yo, shorty. And I'm like, yo, I don't know. She came up to dance me. Like, what do I do? And at this point, I mean, I'm 18 years old, and I'm asking for advice because a girl came up to me and was all on me, and I had no idea what to do. And he's like, yo, you got to bag that, dude. Like, you got to get her number. You got to, you got to see what's up. So I'm like, all right, cool. I know I'm going to be nervous doing it. But I was like, I got it. So, up until that point, I hadn't danced with nobody. After I had danced with her, I didn't dance with nobody after the rest of the night, whatever. But I keep looking for her. And I mean, I keep looking, and I'm looking around. I can't find her. I can't see her. I have no idea where she went. And, unfortunately, I was just unable to find her. So the club ends, we're leaving, and everybody's walking out. And I still don't see her. I cannot find this girl. But while we're headed to the car, whatever, he's like, no, we'll wait outside. We'll catch her outside. And I mean, she got to have a car, whatever. Then I see her, right? So it's her and her girlfriend, and I'm nervous as hell. Like, I'm about to approach a girl, and I'm scared. I'm nervous. Like, my heart is beating. I'm so nervous. I have no idea what it is I'm going to say. And my manager's trying to coach me, say this, say that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go up to her, and she's kind of stumbling a little bit. And I don't want you guys to think somebody took advantage of, a girl who was drunk or something like that, because I would never do that. But I needed to get her number. I mean, I didn't want it to end that day. I mean, I was very attracted to her. Hopefully she was attracted to me. I don't know. I'm just being honest. The girl was juiced. I ain't gonna lie. But I try to talk to her, and it just so happens that I'm asking her for her number, but she's like, no, you could give me your number. So she gives me her phone, but she kind of like drops it, and she's trying to pick it up. She really can't. And I'm trying to, squeeze my name and phone number, but I don't know how to use her damn phone, but I'm trying to figure it out. And it just so happens that the bouncer who was there was, I want to say, her uncle or cousin, whoever he was, but he knew her, and he pretty much knew the state that she was in, and he just tried to keep me away from her. He was like, no, you gotta go. This is I really don't know if he said my niece or my cousin or whatever it was he said, but he basically kind of told me I had to go. But I'm like, hold on, I'm just trying to give him my number, real quick. He's like, no, you don't listen, you got to go. And he's telling her to get in the car. She's like, chill, I know what I'm doing. And he's like, no, get in the car now. And so just at the very last second, I squeezed the last digit in, I hit save, give her number, and we out. And I don't hear from her for 3 days. Now at this point in time, thinking, nothing out of it, nothing happened. Maybe she just had one too many drinks, and at that point I didn't have the golden charm. I just had the goldish nervousness. So maybe I didn't really give a good impression because I was really just nervous around her, things like that. But one day I get a call from a phone number. I have no idea who it is. So I pick up the phone and she's like, "Is this Nelson?" So I'm like, "Sure." Well, I don't say sure, but I'm like, "Yeah," because I put my name, in her phone. So she's like, "Hi, my name is," I'll never forget, but her name was Ikea. So she's like, "My name is Ikea." And at this point, I'm not even really remembering, to be honest, because it was a couple of days ago. I kind of thought hard about it for like 2 days, and then I just started to forget. Plus, I never got her name. So she's like, "Did I meet you at the club a couple of days ago?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you did. What's up?" And she's like, "I'm at the hospital right now. I have some problem with I guess she had ulcers or something like that. She had some problem with her stomach." So she was at the hospital for a couple of days, and she had told me that she didn't remember much, but she asked me, "You're Puerto Rican, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I really don't remember too much. I really wasn't feeling that well. And, I had a couple of drinks, but I just remember that I thought you were blazing. And I was looking through my phone, and I was hoping somehow you gave me your number or I gave you mine. I was waiting for a call, but nothing ever happened. And I see a name that I've never seen before." So, she went ahead and called me, and it was me. So we ended up talking for like a couple hours. She had a kid. She was a little older than me. She was in some type of medical field, like doctor related. I don't know if she was going to become a doctor or nurse's aide, but she was definitely in the medical profession. And she also worked at Cracker Barrel. And, we kept talking, and she's like, "So is it okay if I come by, maybe like 2-3 days later from there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no doubt, of course." She's like, "My car's in the shop, but, I could take a cab, whatever, we can meet up." So I'm like, "Cool." So, between then we're talking, and I'm nervous as hell. And then the day comes when she comes over, and she gets there like around 10 o'clock at night. And at this point in time, I was living with my mother, and I was living in like the living room, what should have been the living room. It just had like a bed, but it had no doors. But it was my mother, me, and my brother. My brother had an actual room with doors. I didn't. I had like some big slide doors that he couldn't really close. So, I tell him, "Yo, I need the room. Like, I need your room now. Like, I need you to leave. I need the room." So he ends up leaving, and she comes in, and, she lays down on the bed, and we start talking. And unfortunately, that's the end of the video, guys. Look out for part 3 coming soon. Mr. Golden Sports signing out.